All right. I'm totally fucking exhausted, dude, and I'm in pain. So, but I'm a man of my word. Like the Joker says, I'm a man of my word. Let me comb my hair really fast. Since this is public, I have appearances to keep up. I have an image to maintain here. All right. So anyhow, let's get to the story. I have to admit, I'm feeling like I'm feeling compelled to rush through the remainder of this, and let me tell you why. Because the story. This is why I did the precursor to the story a couple days ago. I mean, without a full disclosure of the whole thing, it really doesn't do it justice. And so it makes it kind of difficult for me to feel that this is a time-worthy endeavor. Okay? I'm going to do it anyways, though. I'm going to finish it, and I'm going to do my best, despite the impossible task. But anyway, here we go. That's the best disclaimer I can do, okay? So we'll get to it. All right. So the thing. Okay, the thing. Let me just do a real quick recap. So in my last video, I did the recap about the guy, the dead body, and how there's all this talk in town of this and that. People are saying that it was a murder and it's under investigation, and other people are saying it's a suicide. Now, the people that were saying it's a suicide were all friends. They were all friends of Todd Minshall. So it was all this little cult, right? And my ex-girlfriend was all clicked up with all of those people, and I don't know any of them. Okay? And one of the things that too is challenging is I can hear the questions. So the doubters will question shit. They'll be like, well, why did you not even know any of her friends? Like, well, see, and that's where it gets like, okay, then you got to go into the details. That's why, okay, let me go back to the example. This is why this story needs to be told in a format like this, where you got, how many fucking hours is this? And I'm telling you that if my story were done correctly by someone like David Lynch, it would be a blockbuster like Twin Peaks was. It really would. It really truly would. But whatever, right? I mean, you'll not believe it until you see it. And I don't know that I'm going to, in my lifetime, be able to get around to doing a full, in-depth, detailed version of, like, many disc series version to cover everything, because I'm telling you, that's why these stories, like using Twin Peaks as an example, that's why there's so many hours of shit in Twin Peaks, is because all them details all matter. It's all part of an epic saga. This is an epic saga. Like I said, I can hear when I'm doing this, I can hear all the questions. You can anticipate the bot questions and the bot this and that, because it's the dead internet, man. I mean, look at this shit. You can already anticipate what everybody's gonna say. Well, it just never ends. So anyways, the thing. Okay, so quick recap. On my last video, which is part 2 of it, I'm trying to make this a 3-part. So in part 2, the whole thing about the dead body, the mysterious dead body, and then it ended up being one of my ex-girlfriend's friends, whatever the fuck. And then there's this whole fucking thing where it's like, it was a murder. Now all the clicked up cult people that were all involved with my ex-girlfriend, that were all meeting and playing Pokemon at fucking Burger King, and they're all hanging out with Todd and Sheila, and all these people were all clicked up in a cult, which it was a cult. It was a fucking witch cult. I'm not even kidding you. So whatever. Hopefully we can get to that too, which means I have to talk quickly. All this stuff. It's just total insanity. All right. And so, yeah. So the guy's dead. Okay. Now, a detail I left out last night, and I left out for a reason, is because I didn't find out this detail until much later. Many details I did not find out till much later, which is why I have the storyboard. As I explained before, the storyboard is a big clusterfuck with post-it notes and all this shit. And so my YouTube channel has a digital fucking storyboard clusterfuck with all kinds of different notes, commentary, backtracking, blah, 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 speculation, facts, etc., etc. And a storyboard is used in the effort to complete the story, to be able to get it all situated with the timeline, what's the best way to present it so that it's comprehensive to people, etc., etc. So a storyboard is just a big, massive clusterfuck that is there to piece and put everything together in a way to where they can be presented. And it's an impossible fucking story. Oh my God, dude, I am bleeding now. Fuck. On a side note, I got bit so much by fire ants. Holy fuck, dude. Like, look at this. Dude, and they itch so fucking bad. I mean, I got this shit all over my body, bro. This is the symptoms of slave labor. I got fucking fire ant bites all fucking over me, dude. And this is the first time I've ever been bit by fire ants. They itch like a motherfucker. Anyways, all right, back to the story. We're talking fast here, fast talking here. Okay, because I got a lot to cover and a little time to do it. To achieve the impossible. Okay. So the detail about the mysterious death of Todd Minchall that I found out later, much later, was he was declared dead on June 20th of 2022. So I was like still in Houston when he died, and I got back the very next day. So Todd Minchall died on the 20th. I came back on the 21st. And then my ex-girlfriend didn't even tell me about his death until the 24th. And it's like, did you think to maybe tell me this before? It wasn't like a big enough thing in your mind to where you're like, babe, let me tell you I have to tell you what happened. My friend, those friends I was saying? No. Didn't even cross her mind to tell me. Like, fucking, like, how fucking retarded. Anyways, whatever. So, whatever. And then, like I said, I don't find out until months later, like that it was the day before I got back from Houston that his body was found. He was declared dead. June 20th of 2022. I got back from the show June 21st of 2022. And as soon as I got back, people are, this is the talk of the town. Like, everybody's talking about it. And all the people that are talking about it are all saying that he was murdered and that there's a murderer running around in this little tiny town with a population of like 1,000 people in the desert out in the middle of fucking nowhere, dude. And so it's like, anyways, whatever, right? Whatever. So like this chick, she ain't gonna tell me nothing. All she told me, she's like, well, the other night, they got in a fight. And dude, like, I think she was even there. She was actually there. Anyways, whatever, because this is part of the cliffhanger. Remember when I told you in the previous two videos, like there's all kinds of missing pieces to the puzzle. But That's what the whole point of doing a storyboard, to get it to a format, is that there's enough pieces of the puzzle presented to where the viewer can look at the whole thing and decide for themselves what do they think. Because to me, it's totally obvious. It's like so beyond obvious that it is embarrassing that law enforcement did nothing about any of it. Okay. And this bitch got away with all this. I mean, unbelievable. So I'm leaving. I'm like, okay, I gotta go to. It's August, so June, July. So wait, June. I got back on June 21st. Okay, then July, August 21st. I left for Denver, Colorado. The show in Denver, Colorado. It's a 5-week show. It's like 17-hour days, 7 days a week. It's totally fucking exhausting. It is, and my girlfriend, she knew this because I had did the show prior. And when I came back, I'm just like, I am so beat from this slave labor job that I just have to do nothing for 2 weeks. I'm just so fucking exhausted. And so she knows all this, right? Yeah, right. So anyways, so I get to the show. Now here's some weird shit about the show, okay? So now I have to go back. And all these things that seem irrelevant are all become apparently relevant when you step back and you look at the bigger picture. So one of these details, the show I was at a year prior, there were busloads of non-English speaking Hispanics coming in to this hotel that I was working every morning at like 6:30 in the morning. Now, during this time, everybody online is talking about the illegal immigrants and how they're shipping all these illegal immigrants and all this shit. And I'm watching every morning, and they're coming in on these massive, huge, like the biggest Denver tour bus, the biggest tour buses that there are. They were coming in on these massive tour buses, and every fucking morning for 5 weeks, they were dropping them off in the back part of the hotel where out of sight every morning. Okay. So fast forward now to 2022, late August of 2022, I show up in Denver. Now, I kind of forgot about this Todd Minshall guy, because I'm telling you, I'm hearing this and I'm hearing that and I'm hearing this and that, and it's all speculation. So I don't know anything. I don't even know. I know nothing, okay? And I don't care because I'm a slave. I have my own fucking problems, okay? And I don't associate with people that guzzle bottles of booze and wander off into the desert and blow their brains out. I don't associate with people that kill people. I don't associate with anyone. So it's none of my business. I'm like, what the fuck ever. But I am still bothered because how is this my girlfriend is involved? Like, this is fucking weird, dude. And it was annoying. It's like, how fucking weird. And she's got nothing to say about it. To her, it's like totally normal, which makes it even more annoying for me, which pushes me even more to the reality that I need to get the fuck out. And so I'm telling you, I'm planning and scheming and trying to plan my exit. I just need to move away from this chick. And because at this point, I don't care. Like, I care about her. And if she would come to her senses, I would be glad to continue being in a relationship with her. But it appears that she is just like, and so if I move out, and hopefully she'll come to her senses. But if she doesn't come to her senses when I move out, I already know what's going to happen. Like, this is how well I knew her, is that if she doesn't come to her senses, which is a good possibility, she's just gonna like drift away and pretend and just be like whatever, and then I'll know it'd be good. Then I know for sure, and it's like I drift on, baby, drift on, just fly on, free bird, fly on. I like that Corrosion of Conformity song. Fly on, albatross, fly on. The albatross, the person that thinks that they're such hot shit when they don't. They're so lacking in self-awareness. They have no idea how bewildered they are, and they just think they are the hottest shit since fucking white bread. It's like, fly on, albatross. And that was where I was at. And I reasonably told her, not in an insulting way. I didn't say it like I'm saying it here, but I just said, hey, I think it's better. I'm going to move out, But I still had to make money. I still had to do everything to move out. And I let her know, I'm not breaking up with you. And I want to stay in a relationship. I just think that the issues we got going on, maybe we both just need a little bit of space, and it'll help to clear our mind, unclutter our mind. Because it is difficult living in a 33-foot RV. Two people living in a 33-foot RV in a fucking ghost town in the desert out in the middle of nowhere, where the summers are like 125 degrees for fucking a month and a half every year, So so it's just like, whatever, let's just see what happens. But honestly, whatever happens, happens. What the fuck ever. But see, I did not anticipate that it would end up being like fire, witches, Satan, demon possession, murder investigate. I didn't anticipate that. Who could or ever would? Who? Nobody, right? Who would, And the naysayers are always like, oh man, if it was me that happened to me, I would have caught on right away, and I would have just never even. Dude, these people are so dumb. That's another thing about the challenge about telling the story is people be, oh, if I was in that situation, I would have handled it so much better. Then they come up with all these. People are just so stupid, dude. So it's like whatever. So anyway, I go to fucking Denver, right? Now, the previous year when I was in Denver, fucking every morning at 6:30 in the morning, fucking busloads of illegals were being dropped off at this hotel. Now, this hotel I worked at is the Clarion Hotel. It's like 8 or 9 stories at least, but it's in the industrial area of Denver on the outskirts of like downtown. So, okay, just to let you know, okay. And the previous year I was there, at this same hotel, my boss is a big time fucking baller, gem and mineral dealer. He sold fucking Nicolas Cage the world's largest amethyst like 10 or 15 years ago. It was so big that Nicolas Cage had to take a wall off his mansion to get the fucking thing in his house. Okay. And my boss is a big fucking baller, dude. Okay. And he hosts a big gem and mineral show at that same hotel for like 20 plus years, like 25 years or something. And I had done one show previous, so this was my second one. And so when I showed up in Denver, I'm wondering, am I going to see these busloads again like I did last year? Because all of this talk about illegal immigrants being shipped into this country was growing and growing. It was already big talk the previous year. But this year that I went, it was still being talked about, only more. And so I'm like tripping out, like, dude, if I see these busloads again like I did last year, I'm going to fucking take video, okay? Because I've been running a channel for like fucking 8 years, dude. Averaging like at least 2 videos a week for like 8 years. And so, the whole illegal immigrant thing is totally relevant to the subject that I covered on my channel, which is homelessness, okay? So anyway, when I got to Denver again, I'm like, dude, if I see this again, I'm fucking definitely getting video. Because nobody was putting out any videos of busloads of illegals, but everybody was talking about that it was happening. But nobody was putting up videos. I never saw one fucking video. Somebody told me that Alex Jones put up like one video of a busload of illegals. One video, okay? And that's it. Like, everybody's talking about it. Where are the videos? Why isn't anybody? And I've been seeing it. And And if my job at Denver is only a 5-week job, you think that it's just that during that 5 weeks that I'm there, the busloads are coming in, and once I leave, the busloads just stop, right? No, of course not, dude. Hello. So when I get back, I'm tripping out. And guess what? Yes, the same thing. Every fucking morning, rolling out the red carpet, stashing the tour bus far in the back, away from public view, 6:30 in the morning. And so I started videoing it, and I started doing videos talking about it and doing videos showing it, where I put the camera in, I put my phone in my pocket to where it didn't really necessarily look like I was videoing anybody. I'm just walking around with my phone in my pocket, but I am videoing, and I'm getting video of all of these non-English speaking Hispanics coming off of these fucking Denver tour buses, and I'm talking about it. I'm doing videos where I'm talking about it and uploading videos of the actual footage of it, and I'm telling people it's happening every fucking day, right? So that's what I'm doing when I'm on top of working. So my channel is like my second job, and I don't get no money for it. I don't want any money for it because I'm a true artist. I'm not a fucking sellout. That's why I don't care about getting money for my channel. My channel is an art. It's an art form. It's not a fucking means to make money. And fuck all these people that make money. They're fucking sellouts. Every last one of them. They're fucking sellouts. I have no respect for any of them. And that's why the core principle of my channel is I don't receive any money. And why I say, if anybody can figure out how to get even a single penny into my hand through this fucking channel, I will personally hand you a crisp $100 bill or send it to you in the mail or whatever. Because you can't get money to me because I'm not a fucking sellout, okay? Hello? But see, nobody understands this. This is all a lost art. Nobody understands. Everybody just sells out. Everybody's doing it all the time, everywhere. Everybody's sellout. So anyways, so that's what I'm doing while I'm fucking working. And I'm working 16, 17-hour days every fucking day. Busting my fucking ass because I'm a slave, Neo. I'm a slave, Neo. Don't you understand? You were born into a prison that you cannot touch, taste, see, or smell. Prison for your mind. You are a fucking slave. All I'm offering you is the truth. Take the blue pill and believe whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Go away, okay? Or take the red pill and I'll show you what I've seen. And I'm nothing special. I'll show you what I've seen. We could compare notes if you want. So this is what I'm doing, okay? So then 2 weeks, okay? This is like a 5-week show, at least 5 weeks. So 2 weeks in, it's the same shit with my girlfriend, which is like, whatever. I don't know what to do, but like, as I said, it's at a point where I already know what I'm going to do. I'm going to move out, and I already know what's going to happen. One of two things. Either she's going to come to her senses and be reasonable, and whether we stay together or not, it's like, it doesn't matter. I don't got nothing against her, but it's just like, what are we doing? What are we going to do? What should we do? And so by me moving out, hopefully it would kind of like, hello, a light bulb would go off, and she would at least start engaging. Is like, well, this is the problems that I have, what's going on in a relationship, and maybe we could work it out, or maybe not, or maybe probably not, or whatever. I just wanted like something like, hello, is there anybody in there? Like the Pink Floyd song, is there anybody out there, right? Like, that's what it's getting with this girl, where it's like, hello, is there even a soul in this person? I have no idea. And I knew that one of two things would happen. Either her soul would emerge and I would start to see glimpses of it, or she would just go full fucking retard and just like, full retard in the sense where she would just like kind of drift away from me. And then it would be like, good, I don't care. Do whatever you want. It's not breaking my heart, dude. I love you, but whatever, dude. I got enough shit, and we can break up amicably. I'm not into drama. I just want to know what's going on. Like, hello, like, what is it? So anyways, so that's where it's all at. Okay, so then 2 weeks in, I'm slave laboring fucking every day, 16, 17 hours a day for 2 weeks. It's boom, 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 on and cracking. It's crazy. It's everything is happening. Boom, boom, nonstop. Go, go, go. Like being in a fucking war, okay? And so in the middle of this fucking 5-week fucking war, 2 weeks into this war, I gave her a call. I was like, hey, what's up, man? What's going on? Everything okay? Are you okay? Is the house, how is everything? What's are you safe, or this and that, right? And so we're talking, and she's like acting weird, and so I'm like, well, what's up? I mean, is everything all right? Because she was acting a little weird, right? So I'm just like trying to figure out, like, is everything all right? And then out of the blue, she's just like, well, and she said it like this, which was super funny. She's like, well, you know how with my last boyfriend, my baby daddy, who's the father of my 2 children, who was abusing me and like totally psycho. You remember how when I was with him and then I started to see all the numbers on the clock. I started to see angel numbers on the clock and stuff, and that's what made me realize I needed to break up with my baby daddy because he's a total psycho and stuff. And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, it's happening again. I'm like, what? What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, I'm seeing all that numbers and stuff again and everything. And so then I know this is like going into really weird. Like something is totally fucking weird with this chick. So I'm like, okay, all right. Okay, so what is it? So you're seeing numbers and they're speaking to you or something? And she's like, yeah. And so I'm like, okay, well, what do you mean? Like, what are they saying? First of all, like, are you an expert on this? Like, what do you mean angel numbers? I don't, how do you even know that it's real or not? Are you sure? Like, what is it saying? And it was like pulling teeth with this chick. She's just like going full retard. And I'm just like, oh my God. It's like talking to like a fucking 5-year-old kid, And I'm like, okay, so I'm like, so what is it telling you? And she wouldn't tell me so I had to like trick her. I had to start tricking her and saying this and that to try to get her to just spit it out. What the fuck are you talking about? And then she finally says like, well, I think maybe we shouldn't be together. And I'm all, oh, really? And I'm like, so that's what the numbers are telling you is that me and you shouldn't be together? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, all right, well, so what? So do you want to break up then or what? She's like, oh, I don't know. And I'm like, okay, you don't know, okay. Well, I mean, and I'm still trying to be reasonable with her because I'm not an asshole. I really make it an effort to not be a fucking asshole to people. I really do, believe it or not. And so I'm like, okay, well, so you don't know. Okay, well, when are you gonna know though? I mean, I don't know what you want me to what. And so then I just started kind of giving her my input, and I said, okay, well, look, since you're not talking, I'll just tell you how I feel. And I said, look, I don't want to break up. I mean, I think it would. I want us to stay together, and I said, but maybe you're right. Maybe we don't belong together. And I'm being honest because don't you understand? Like, okay, it's just like why I was moving out is because I'm not breaking up with her. I just want to know, like, what the fuck does she want to do? What? I don't even know anything, And so I'm like, well, I don't want to break up, but if you want to, I'm not going to try to talk you out of it or nothing. I'm not going to try to convince you to stay with me if you don't want to be with me. And maybe you're right. Maybe we don't we don't, we don't belong together or something, whatever. I mean, maybe you're right. I don't know. And I'm like, so if you break up with me, are you going to move out? So we're doing this back and forth. But what was funny is as soon as I said, are you going to move out? She got really quiet. We're like, she wouldn't even say nothing. And I'm like, hello? Are you even there? Yeah. Oh, and I'm like, well, so if you want to break up with me, are you going to move out then? And she still was like real quiet. And then that's when I started laughing. I was like, okay, look. So then I was just like, okay, dude, check it out. This is going to have to be at least 4 parts because as you can see, we're 30 minutes in. So I'm like, okay, look, dude, here's the deal. If you're going to break up, I mean, like I said, I don't know what's going on. I mean, and I don't want to break up, but I don't want to convince you to stay with me. And so if you think that that's the right thing to do, I'm not going to, it sucks, but whatever. I mean, it's okay. I'm not, but the thing is if you're going to break up, then you're moving out, right? And she's still like real quiet, like, and then I'm laughing some more. And I'm like, okay, dude, look, man, there's 2 ways to go about this. And if you try to fuck me over, then you're fucking with the wrong motherfucker. Okay. If we're going to break up stuff and we can do it amicably and everything, that's fine. I mean, like I got none, but if you're trying to figure out that you're going to fuck me, I'm like laughing. I'm like, dude, you are fucking with the wrong nigger, dude. And I'm going to tell you right fucking now. If you think that you're going to fuck me, dude, I guarantee you will crash and fucking burn. I guarantee you, if you fuck with me, you will fucking regret it. And you will crash and burn. And I will be nowhere to help you. I will not lift a fucking finger to do anything to help you. And you won't even know. I will completely ghost from you. And you won't even know how to reach me or where to find me or anything. And I will be watching from the sidelines to watch you crash and burn and eat fucking crow. So there's 2 ways to do this. We can do it the right way, or you want to fuck with me. I guarantee you will fucking lose. Basically what I told her. And I was like, so if you want to break up, I get it. I've already said my piece. But I mean, you know that if you're breaking up, then you need to pack up your shit and go. And she's like, yeah, okay, I know. And she starts, and I'm like, okay, all right, well, when will I know, like, what your decision is? I mean, she's like, well, I'll tell you tomorrow or something. I'm all, okay, let me know. And then if you decide that's what you want to do, then we can figure out how we're gonna, handle this. Okay, and all this shit. I'm like, okay, all right, well, I gotta go because I'm a slave, and I gotta be up at 6 in the morning and to work another 17-hour day. So just keep me posted, okay? And I'm telling you, do not try to fuck me, dude, because I guarantee it, you will regret it. I guarantee. Okay, that's the okay, okay, bye. So that was that. Now it's 30 minutes, so I apologize that this is so long, but all these details are just necessary in the story. So continuing on with the thing.